I have a good sleep. I wake up just about 8:30 in the morning. That means I have a good sleep. With a long sleep, like I had last night, there will apparently be more dreams as such. Probably because I'm more awakened, and probably because the presence will be there to detect the dream. Because I notice that not everyone who sleeps very long have dreams too. It's not that they don't have dreams, but rather they couldn't remember their dreams. But in my case, because I practice presence, my presence are there all the time. And so when it's a long sleep, the awake state presence is definitely stronger to detect and to remember, to keep what is the content of the dreams. I saw Mrs. Ng behind me attending a church meeting, and I'm also attending a church meeting. But she looks gorgeous, happy, and I'm concerned because I feel that if I were to walk up on that in front of everybody, I would appear older. When she first knew me, I was younger, and there was so much strength in me. But now I was just only 65, and with her behind looking at me, it looks much older, while she probably be 80 years old. And how is it that she is definitely having a better posture than I do? So how is that possible? So I felt ashamed because I have to, ashamed if I am to be seen by her. I am fully aware that she saw my wife sitting on my lap, I must say. I felt better because realizing that she's seeing me as young and sexy, you may say that way. So there's so much of attention as viewed from her. I've forgotten to be just me. Especially when it comes to age, I'm over concerned of what other people look at me. And this dream reflects that concern. More events taking place after this dream, but they were related to this aging effect. There was another aging effect which I was kind of concerned in the dream. Why is it that I am showing a lot of effects from this? I don't know what is this. I shouldn't be showing a lot of effects because if I had been younger, but showing a lot of effects in this area implied that again that I'm older, and I don't like that effect. I don't know what is that effect. I couldn't describe it. But in the dream it was so real. There was this effect, and it shouldn't be there. But I'm making a lot of changes as a result. I'm showing the effect of this thing. And it is a sign that I am older. If I'm changing, if I am being affected by this effect, this change. And what else? I was also in another kind of church. I went into that church to investigate the church. And nothing appears amiss. No, it was just like an ordinary church. People come only to hula-baloo and to show praises to themselves. But here was a slight difference. I was there inside there, and then suddenly I noticed everybody had undressed themselves, totally naked. So in other words, they were all naked in this church. And I'm not prepared for this, actually. Not that I would not join them in their nakedness, I would, but it never occurred in my mind to do so. So I felt estranged. And this church had some white people there. Yeah, had some white people there. So, again, I feel very uncomfortable here. I feel uncomfortable because I am actually a stripper. But how is it that I'm not joining them in their strip? Again, I feel out of place and out of place because the people around there have all stripped and I haven't done so. But in my case, not only was I sensing the external judgment from others, but what is so dangerous is that actually I am proving to myself that I'm not judging and they are judging. You see, the very fact that I go out to the market, strip half, is because I'm trying to prove that I am not bothered about their judgment. So, but actually in truth, I am bothered about their judgment. And I am angry. But what is so interesting about this is that while other people are actually sensing external judgment, I'm trying to prove that I'm immune from this external judgment, when in fact I am. I'm doing the stripping merely to prove myself that I'm not bothered about external judgment. But I suddenly noticed that there is more to this judgment. Even as I look old, who is looking old? There is an eye that is looking at me, and this eye has to be there, for otherwise I will not be able to be around. In other words, the essential judgment comes from that eye. The eye is looking at me at all times, and that is why I can feel I'm around. The question, therefore, is how can there be no eye? How can there be no judgment when the eye is always looking at me? Whatever I think about others is definitely what I think about myself, because the eye that looks at others is the same eye which looks at me. And the I has to be here so that I am here.